What it do, being crew? It's your boy Savon Thomas, back with another episode of Coffee and Comments. Today we're going to review the movie Challengers. Was it good? Was it trash? Let's talk about it, but first, let's take a sip. Welcome back, Bean Crew. Again, this is a review of the movie Challengers. As always, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Helps us out. We're growing. Appreciate the guys that have joined the Bean Crew. Excited for you guys to continue the journey. But this is a review of the movie Challengers. And let me say, this was quite the journey. So for those that haven't seen the movie Challengers or trailer, it stars Zendaya. She is a former tennis savant or whatever you want to call her, that turned to a coach, and she basically has this love triangle between two players. These two players are best friends. They meet her right before college, so in their adolescent teen years, and basically just like them going back and forth with each other throughout their entire journey, like of being adults. And so, interesting movie. I'm very surprised. I'll say this: I'm very surprised that Zendaya did a movie like this. And the interesting part to me of this too is this is produced by Zendaya. Now I don't know if they just gave her producer credits or if she actually helped with production for this movie, but it's an interesting role for Zendaya's character. The big scenario everybody thinks about is they don't have a threesome, but they're making out three different people, all of them, the two boys and Zendaya's character, all making out. And so it's that was kind of the big draw for people. Honestly, for me, when I saw that trailer or that piece be put out on the internet, I was really turned off. I was I don't feel like watching this movie. But I heard different people talk about this movie. I heard it was a good movie, so I was you know what? There might be more to this outside of just the three-way scene that I thought it was, and there was. And so it's a good movie, just about I don't know, I can't really put what's it about. It's a very sexual movie, so let me say that, start off by that. There are so many sexual scenes, and it's not any type of insertion or anything like that, but it's just very, very sexual. It's Zendaya showing off her body a lot, which, I mean, she's hot, but I didn't expect that from her being a former Disney star, but maybe she's trying to shed kind of that good girl stigma she has on her. But it's a very interesting movie. I enjoyed the way they shot it. So it's a movie, like I mentioned before, about two tennis players, two best friends that both fall in love with the same girl, and they go back Zendaya's character is definitely a homie hopper. She goes with the hot hand who is just that basically gives her that excitement that she had with tennis. Basically is who she goes with. Sometimes it's art, sometimes it's what's his Zwig? I forgot his first name. Patrick. And so she hops between both of them. Even though she ends up marrying one of them, she hops between both of them, and the movie shows that. And so I just like the way they shot it because they basically played Zendaya's character like a tennis ball, right? And it swings between both characters, Patrick and Art, and they're going back and forth, and they're playing this final match at the end of the movie, but it's throughout the entire movie, but it stems around this final match, but then it flashbacks to different points to when they meet Zendaya and when Zendaya's in their lives and her cheating on one guy and get with another guy, and then her cheating on that guy and get with another guy. So it just plays it back and forth like a tennis ball, and I thought that was really well done. Right? When I realized the reference that the director was going with that, I was kind of mind blown actually. Because for me, I was what is going on with all these flashbacks? But then you kind of get it. She's like a tennis ball going back and forth between the two. Here's something that I thought was interesting. A lot of fan theories, but I have a couple fan theories myself. One is a very popular one. I think that Zendaya's daughter, a little bit of spoiler, but Zendaya's daughter is Patrick's daughter as well. I think based off of the movie, they get together while she's married to Art, and I think it kind of the timelines make sense. The daughter's 6 to 8 years old. They got together, I think it was 8 years before she was born, so that timeline kind of makes sense. but then also she has dark hair. Like that's something I looked at too. Art's hair, blonde. He's a blonde guy. Zendaya, I mean, obviously she has dark hair too, but Patrick has really dark hair, and the daughter has really dark hair as well. So I think personally that Zendaya's daughter is actually Patrick's, and that would be crazy if that turns out to be true. My second fan theory is that Zendaya slept with Patrick before the tournament on purpose to fire up Art, because I think she wants to be with Art. He's the most stable out of the two. Now, she does love the bad boy mentality of Patrick, but I think she sleeps with Patrick because Art wants to retire. He needs some type of drive. She knows that Patrick will get that out of him, like playing against him, and then knowing that he has to fight for her again will recreate that stir in him. That's honestly my thought. Is like Zendaya, being the coach that she is for her husband, I personally think she got with Patrick for that reason. Now, again, she is a homie hopper in the movie, so it's kind of just like, you know, you can just say, okay, yeah, she just sleeping around because she likes the two guys. But I think she did. I honestly, I think she did it to fire up Art, which would be interesting to see. But they never revealed that. The ending kind of like bleh. In my opinion, like I wish they would have finished the match, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. So that's my thought on Challengers. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I really have like a strong feeling towards the movie of like this is really good, but I didn't think it was terrible either. 7 out of 10. A lot of people have given it better rating than that. Again, I think it was just a good movie. Check it out if you want to. Just be warned, it's very sexual. But check it out if you want to. But that's my thoughts on the movie Challengers. I put it on our medium roast list. But check it out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, what you guys thought of the movie. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to another episode of Coffee and Comments.